Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from PBL TRPL-101-C2. We are presenting our application RT Financial Web Applications. Now, before we start, I would like to introduce my team. First, there is me, Mas Muhammad Ali Jaya. Next, there is Khairul Samana and Faris Adil, Rizky Fatur Rahman, and Ria Ramadan Putri, and Alvin Valentino. So, what is KasKu? KasKu is the RT Financial Web Application. It's a web-based system designed to assist RT administration in managing community finances in digital manners. This application is used to report residents' routine contributions, activity expenditures, and present financial report transparently and clearly, with monitoring features and data visualizations. The system improves the efficiency of financial management and enhance information transparency for residents. Next, there is software features that will be explained by Khairul.
Okay, my name is Khairul. I'm going to present about software feature of the KasKu application. The first feature is input and monitoring of the in-resident contribution, allowing the treasurer to record payments accurately. The second is payment status information. So resident and administration can easily see whether contribution is paid or unpaid. The third is recording of RT expenditure. It's ensuring expense are documented properly. The fourth is monthly and annual cash report. It's to help RT management monitor financial condition. The next is income and expenses visualization chart. Is to make information of the financial to easy understand. And the next is multi-role user system. It's including treasurer, the leader, and resident with different access. The last is management of resident data. The allowing administrator is to add, update, and delete the information of the resident.
So in here, I will demonstrate our application. First, there is a login page. I will log in as bendahara. So here is the dashboard. As you can see, there is saldo, expenses, and income. The graphic pendapatan is showing how many annual income, how many per month that income has, and there is payment percentage. Next, there is tagihan. Tagihan is for paying the iuran that has been committed by bendahara. As you can see, there is a status that is for if you are already paid. And if you are already paid, if you press the button, there is the details that the booking bayaran and the QR code. But if you don't have a QR code or QRIS, you can do it manually by nomor rekening, and there is atas nama for who the money goes to. Next, there is menu bendahara. This is for bendahara only. So this is bendahara page for pengajuan. So bendahara could create a new pengajuan. For example, this is test, and I would create the number, for example, 50,000. For example, 100,000, and I could make I could choose this pengajuan if it's the income or the outcome. I could make, for example, I will use this, and then I save it, and it will be on this here. It will process, and it will deliver to the web page. And I will go to the Ketua. In the Ketua menu, it's the same, but for the Ketua menu only, there is pengajuan. This is where the verifications of bendahara pengajuan goes for. For example, this is the one that I created earlier, and it said it was in process. If I click it, there is the details that I could accept it or reject the pengajuan, and I could also write the reason behind if I reject it. For example, I rejected because, for example, this is the reason I reject these proposals, and it will become rejected. Next, there is the keluarga. This is where the ketua RT could manage their warga. For example, there is the warga that is being added to the For example, if the RW have a new peoples, the ketua could add them, and if there is a new bendahara, the ketua could also change their status as bendahara, for example like this. And it will change Pemas as the bendahara. That is for my demonstrations. That's all.
Hello everyone, I'm Captain Adetino. I will explain you the software testing results of our PBL. The software testing results of KU004 for input unity contribution data. The expected result is that the system can correctly save the contribution data entered by the treasurer and display it in the system database. Based on the testing result, the system successfully stored the data, so this test can mark as pass or complete. Then the KU005 display payment status. Test case of KU005 test the payment status feature. It shows that whether the resident has paid or not paid their contribution. The expected result is that in the system accurately displays the payment status based on the stored data. During testing, the payment status was shown correctly as paid or unpaid, matching the expected result. Therefore, this test case has passed. Then the KU006 report RT activity expenditures. The expected result is that expenditure data can be entered, saved, and displayed properly in the system. The actual results showed that the system handled the expenditure data correctly without errors, so the test case is successful.
Alright, from the table on the left side of the second row, we can see the testing process for the cash validation is submission by the treasury. In this process, the treasurer open the validation menu and submit the cash data to be validated. In the system, only record and display the submitted data without performing any validation decision. The expected result is the submitted data can be saved properly and sent for the validation. Based on the test result, the submission process runs successfully and the data is stored correctly. This shows that the cash validation submission feature by the treasurer work properly. Okay, next, from the table on the right side of the second row, we can see the testing process for cash validation by the chairman. In this scenario, the chairman open the validation menu and check the submitted cash data. The chairman then decide whether to approve or reject the submission. The system does not perform the validation decision. It's only record and result chosen by the chairman. The test result show that validation process runs correctly and the decision is saved successfully. This indicates that validation feature by the chairman work as accepted. Okay, the summary of overall testing result based on the testing table. It can be concluded the system functions properly and according to its design. All features related to cash management have been successfully tested, including cash submission, validation, and approval process. The treasurer is responsible for submitting the cash data, while the chairman is responsible for checking, approving, or rejecting the data. The system itself does make decision, but only record and display the data based on the user action. Overall, the testing results show that all features work correctly and the system is ready to be implemented. That's all.
Okay, and here I'm going to explain the relationship between the product and the course. The first is the software requirement analysis and specification. This one supports the project and focusing on the identifying stakeholders and analyzing the functional and non-functional requirements. This course also guides the preparation of the use case and the system requirement specification to ensure the application meets the user needs. The second one is the introduction to software engineering. This one is important because it provides the fundamental knowledge of the software development life cycle, or SDLC, which provides the development methodologies and the project management. This course helps to ensure the application development process by carrying the structure and the systematic manners. Next is going to be explained.
So, moving on to the next point. The third is the database programming. The database programming course support this PBL project. by providing technical foundation for designing, creating, and managing database structure efficiently. Throughout this course, the team is able to design database schemas, define table relationship, and implement queries to ensure accurate and optimal data storage, processing, and retrieval during application operations. The fourth, web-based programming. The web-based programming course directly supports the PBL project through the design and implementation of web-based application interfaces. The course covers HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and back-end integration, enabling the team to develop interactive, user-friendly interfaces and connect the front end with the database to ensure proper application functionality.
Okay, this is our poster of application KasKu. This is a title, Aplikasi Keuangan RT. And this is a general description, display, the main feature, purpose, and conclusion. Then there have a member and our non-program.
So that's it all for our presentation. Thank you all for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.